I can't watch television non-critically anymore. You know, I just watch everything with just like, oh, this is bad. This is stupid. Like I just watched the Menendez series. Let's talk about it. So I'm 38. When the Menendez stuff happened, I was a toddler, so it never registered with me. So that, like, normally I don't like true crime docuseries about murder. Like if it's about stealing, I take notes. I'm like, I'm jealous. I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that shit? But when it's about murder, you never hear the other side, because the most important people are dead. So you just hear from the cops, and you hear from maybe the perpetrators, or you see the dramatic reenactments of the whole thing. And I'm watching this Menendez thing because I was a toddler when it happened. And the only time I remember hearing the name Menendez is because in elementary school, I had a friend who was named Jose Melendez. And all the teachers, whenever he got mad, like, don't kill your parents now. And we would all laugh. We would all laugh. I'm like, well, I don't get it. But all right, cool. So now I'm watching it like, all right, what's this series about? If you don't know the story, I'll tell you the story real quick. This Cuban immigrant moves to America, marries a white woman, becomes a millionaire record executive, has two preppy-ass, spoiled-ass sons who end up murdering him and his wife. Moral of the story, we can't have immigrants in this country, okay? That's what happens, I'm just kidding. But that's what happens, okay? And it's a 9-episode series, okay? And for the first 8 episodes, they make you very sympathetic towards the murderer's cause. They're like, oh, they were and the dad, the kids until they're like 18, 19 years old. And then episode 9, they're just like, no, none of that shit happened. Allegedly, he them, but there's no evidence that he did. And they get found guilty. And the backdrop is that they get found guilty right when OJ gets found not guilty. And as we know, in the American justice system, only one group of minorities can get away with murder at a time. And so the 2 Cuban kids get locked the fuck up. And I'm watching this the whole time like, yo, would you kill your parents if they you? Jose. Sorry if I'm bringing up bad shit. I don't know what Dominicans do. No, that's a Cuban shit. We Dominicans, we just hit our children. We don't fuck them. I would. If I got by my parents, I would murder them. I would, for sure. Especially if they had $30 million. Yo, fuck you, dude. You're not gonna touch my dick and not give me $30 million. And it was, what bothered me the most, and this is fucked up, but what bothered me the most was that, so this happened in 1989 that they killed them, okay? And they got away with it for a year and a half until the younger brother grew a conscience all of a sudden, and he told his psychologist, rule number 1, if you kill somebody, don't tell your psychologist. I've been going to a psychologist for a year and a half. She doesn't know shit about me. Every session, I'm just trying to win. Like, you're not going to break me, lady. Yeah, trying to figure out why I am the way I am. I dare you, motherfucker. The problem is, like, I'm sure a lot of us have this thought, and I'm sure it's been said before, but I think everyone thinks they could probably get away with murder. Because there's so much research out there on exactly how to commit a crime. The only problem is the cameras everywhere now, so you probably couldn't. But there was a moment in time where you could probably kill somebody and get away with it. And that moment in time was 1989, when these two idiots got away with murder until one of them just snitched on themselves. It's all OJ's fault. And I did feel sympathetic for the brothers for a little while, right? I was like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. And if they did get, then, you know, sure. They definitely deserve to kill those parents. I don't know if murder and are equivalent, but that's not for me to decide. That's up to Jesus. But now Kim Kardashian wrote a letter in their defense, which makes me think, keep them locked up. You can't. She's not a judge of character. If your kids came to you like, we gotta go to therapy, what would you say? Hell no. Why? Why? They're gonna blame you? It is your fault. Any Indian people here go to therapy? Sad, lying ass motherfucker. You, sir, white shirt. What's your name? Yeah, there's no other white shirts around you. How'd you hear about the show, by the way? Don't say TikTok, because that would really make me sad. How'd you hear about the show? TikTok? And how old are you? 60? And you're on TikTok? Don't clap for that. It's fucking sad as shit. 60-year-old grown-ass Indian man. Just avoiding his wife. Just, yeah, fuck, man. Sitting on the toilet, yeah. Get out of the bathroom, Deepak. Your legs are gonna get clots. Is your wife here?
Right there.
What do you do, wife?
Housewife.
Housewife? Good saying. Are you a doctor? What do you do? Nothing. So which motels and hotels do you own? Which ones, man? Huh? None. So what did you do before you quit?
I owned a hotel.
You owned a hotel? I'm telling you, man, that's the Midwest fucking Indian story. Is doctor, engineer, or fucking hotelier. There's a pecking order, you know. The hotel people shit on the doctors, and the doctors shit on the engineers. Like, hey, should have worked hard, should have worked hard. I don't work at all. That's the fucking Sam shit. Good for you, Sam. Good for you. You got kids too? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
How many kids? 2? Boy and girl?
Yes.
Excellent. How old are they?
119 and 113.
119 and 113. Rich little kids. Spoiled as fuck, I imagine. Take your birth control. I heard that fucking alarm go off. 8:30, pop that pill, baby. You gonna fuck raw tonight. I know what it is. If your kids came to you like, we gotta go to therapy, what would you say?
No.
Hell no. Why? Why?
You're gonna blame me.
They're gonna blame you? It is your fault. They should pay for their own fucking shit. Tell me how I fucked up. Provide this big ass house, working all day. What, you want love too? 2 out of 3. What's your name, wife? Rohini, if your kids came to you and said, Dad said no to therapy, what would you say?
Send him.
What's that?
Take him.
Take him to therapy? Oh, I try to get my dad to go to therapy. I was like, Dad, you should talk to somebody. He's like, I'll talk when I want to talk. I said, all right, Dad, cool. Well, parents are to blame for a lot of shit. You gotta understand that. You know, like I have like very difficult time experiencing joy. Like I'm a very happy person. I'm happy point blank. But joy like that, oh shit, that's crazy. Like I haven't experienced that in a very long time because I grew up with an Indian mom who anytime something amazing happened, she's like, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody or the evil eye's gonna come and take that shit away. So I can't be happy, I can't be excited, I can't be proud of anything, I can't be happy about any of this shit. Last summer, I came home from a 13-show, sold-out run all over the country, and I was on a 2-week break in August over the summer. And I went to an Indian restaurant called The Maca in New York. It's one of the best Indian restaurants on the planet. I get invited by the chef. He tells me to come to the restaurant. And the chef comes over to the table, signs a shirt. He brings me a shirt, he signs it. He's like, Nimesh, good to see you. Always happy to have you. Thanks for coming in. I'm like a little drunk. I'll put the shirt on, go to the bathroom, put the shirt on, come into the bathroom. And now I'm feeling very good about myself. Like my ego's on Drake mode. I just did 13 sold-out shows. All my cousins are here. I'm here with the chef. It's an Indian restaurant. I get recognized. People are like, yo, that's Nimesh. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I'm walking back to my table, and some Indian dude waves me over to his table. And I'm like, just another Nimesh Patel fan. Here we go. I go to extend my hand. And he's like, sir, my table's a little wobbly. Can you put a little wedge underneath the table? I did put the wedge on the table. New York, December 30th, Theater at Madison.
Welcome back to New Jokes with Nimesh Patel. It's February 27th, Tuesday. We're at the Cellar. What are we working on tonight? Some tuxedo stuff, some Indian stuff, and I'll be putting it in between a bunch of stuff that I know works and or stuff that I don't want y'all to see yet. So, let's go. What up?
Everybody start clapping it up for Nimesh Patel!
Can I try one new thing? Okay. Most of that was new, but this I've only said never. So I went shopping the other day. I went to Bloomingdale's. I'm doing okay in life, and I was trying to look for stuff to cover up the pain I have inside. So really expensive stuff. And there's a dude, middle-aged white guy. His race is relevant. And middle-aged white guy, long hair. Okay, and this is like 2 weeks ago. So mid-February, brick-ass cold. He's wearing a white T-shirt, shorts, sandals. So immediately impression is like, homeless dude in Bloomingdale's? But then I see the Rolex on his wrist and a fucking French bulldog on his right arm. I'm like, oh, this dude has so much money, he does not feel cold. Okay? All right, this dude is fucking warm just from wealth on the inside. And he's yelling at this Indian guy, this older Indian guy that's walking past him. And he's like, help me find a tuxedo. No one's helped me find a tuxedo. And if it was a white dude, I would have just been like, yep, Russia, Ukraine, right here. It's fine. I have no concerns. However that ends does not bother me in the slightest. Why I don't like crime does not concern me. But this dude is yelling at an Indian guy, and for whatever reason, I turn into, I'm not a hero by any means. This Indian guy did not give a fuck at all. He's like, yeah, that's Ted. He comes in every Tuesday talking about a tuxedo. Fuck him. I was just like, how the fuck are you yelling? Bro, I went up to him, I confronted him. I was like, hey man, you can't be yelling at people like that. This ain't the subway, And I confronted his ass. And he was like, don't talk to me like that, you don't know who I am. I was like, don't talk to me like that, you don't know who I am. I just got verified on Instagram the other day, okay? And he's like, get away from me right now, you're being a bully. And I laughed in his face because I was about to twist his titties real good, just fucking He's like, get away from me right now before I find security. I was like, bro, you can't find a tuxedo in Bloomingdale's. The fuck are you talking about? You're gonna find security. Get the fuck out of here. And I walked away from that situation. And my therapist asked me, said, well, it sounds like, you try to do the right thing in every situation. What do you think you did wrong? I knew where the tuxedos were the whole time. I could have solved race relations right there, no problem. I could come on, brother, I'll take you up to the second floor. I'm looking for a cummerbund myself. Which guy are you going to tonight? That's it. All right, thank you very much. I'm Nimesh Patel.
The seller has extra unhappy or whatever it is assistance. I'm gonna message the manager and let him know how I feel. I don't like the manager's attitude. She hasn't responded yet, but she's sitting right there.
Oh, I can't wait.
I hope no one sees all these. The manager has issues with you and your people. She hates Indians.
How we feeling, everybody? Ready for some more show? Let me hear you make some noise. Your next comedian coming to stage, you see, he was a comics to watch on Comedy Central. He was a writer for Saturday Night Live. Get up for Nimesh Patel, everybody.
I'll try 2 new things before I go, Andy. Okay, good. Thank you. I wasn't asking for your permission. I was gonna do it anyway, but I needed a minute to look at my phone. I was 2 weeks ago. I went shopping at Bloomingdale's because I'm doing okay in life, and I was in there, and there's this middle-aged white guy. His race is relevant. I know white people, you get upset if people mention whiteness. White people get very mad if you bring up whiteness. They make fun of white people, I've realized. It's like, oh, just another brown guy that hates white people. It's like, yeah, don't tell my white wife and her family. They'd be really upset. So this white dude, it's like probably middle-aged, is wearing t-shirt, shorts, sandals. And I'm thinking, homeless dude in Bloomingdale's? Adam's gotta go. But then I see the Rolex on his left hand and the French Bulldog on his right. I'm like, oh, this dude is so rich, he doesn't need anything to prevent being cold. This dude is just warm all the time. Okay? That's real wealth. He's like insulated with fucking confidence, you know? And he's yelling at this older Indian guy that works at Bloomingdale's, like, yo, I need a tuxedo. No one's helped me find a tuxedo. And if it was just 2 white dudes yelling at each other, I'm like, oh, they probably arguing about taxes. I don't know what the fuck white people talk about. But he's yelling at this older Indian guy, and for some reason I just get in, like, oh, you yelling at my grandpa mode. And the old Indian, I'm not a hero. This old Indian guy could not give a fuck less. Like, oh, that's just Tony. He comes in every Tuesday yelling about tuxedos and shit. Instead, I confront this dude. I'm like, bro, what are you fucking yelling at people for? Be polite. This ain't the subway. You know? And he's like, don't talk to me like that. You don't know who I am. I said, you don't know who I am? I just got verified on Instagram the other day. Okay, shut the fuck up. And he's like, get away from me right now. You're being a bully. And I laughed in his face because I was about to twist his titties real good. Just give him a, you know what I mean? And he's like, get away from me right now before I find security. I was like, bro, you can't find a tuxedo. How the fuck you gonna find security? Bloomingdale's. And I walked away from that situation. Okay? It's real fickle too, this laugh. I don't get where it comes in, where it comes out. Ha ha, yeah, you walked away. Coward. What the fuck is happening over there? This weird ass waves. Is there some kind of sound vortex right here that there's some time delay or some shit that fucking. And I did walk away. And my therapist, she's like, yo, it sounds like you did the right thing in that situation. What do you think you did wrong? Like, I knew where the tuxedos were the whole time. I could be like, come right this way, brother. Let's solve race relations right now. But I did not. Well, listen, that was fun for me. Have a good night, guys. Thank you very much. I'm Nimesh Patel. Andy!